creating a consistent brand in your social media presence. Hello, my name is James Burns, founder and principal of Project Brilliant, an idea consultancy and digital ventures firm based in Indianapolis, Indiana. Goals for this session: understanding what branding means online, learning what the key steps you need to take to effectively brand yourself online, and a view of a few examples of companies who do a great job creating a consistent brand image on the internet. The first real question is, what is a brand? Let's look at a few examples of what people often perceive as brands. You see each of these logos and you probably know the company and the brand. In some way you would describe each of these companies in different ways. Apple you might consider cutting edge new technology. Volkswagen you might perceive as fun, hip driving machines. Nike, high performance winners. Each of those brands represent something more than just their logos. Yet many companies think of their brand as their logo, as their colors, as their marketing materials. Those things influence a brand, but truly, brand is the perception of customers about who you are and what their experiences with you have been. According to Wikipedia, a brand is the overall perception created by consumer experiences and interactions with your company. It is not any individual item that creates a brand, but the entire experience. Social media is a huge opportunity for you to build that relationship and build an experience of interaction with the company to perceive a different type of brand, one that you might more directly influence. So who controls your brand? A lot of organizations think that they control their brand, but that's not necessarily the case. The reality of it is your customers control your brand. It's all the individuals around you. It's their perception. You have an opportunity to influence it, not to manage it. And in that capacity, what you think about is the fact that many individuals or companies have a very clear perception of who they are. Yet if we were to go out and ask a variety of people who you are as a brand, I suspect that the lines of who you are and how they define you are much more muddy. Our goal as companies, as organizations, as brand leaders, is to make sure that those lines are as least fuzzy as possible, that there's true definition of who we are. Big companies spend a lot of money on this, but even small organizations can do it, and social media is one very powerful way to help create that perception. So what tools do you have to influence your brand in social media? Well, in the full spectrum of brand development, the first thing you have is your images, your graphics, your logos. You need to keep consistent colors, consistent fonts, consistent imaging of who your organization is seen as. The second thing you have, and most importantly, is the personality of your staff, your organization, the people behind the company. You need to be able to leverage these people anywhere at any time in social media. Social media is a very visual platform. It's an opportunity for people to truly experience who you are and to share that content with others. Leveraging video, leveraging photography is a very quick and effective way to increase the perception of who you are. And honestly, advertising is too. We can buy advertising, we can use certain language, certain messaging to drive people's perception of who we are online. And of course, the other thing is, and certainly not to be forgotten, is the customer. If customers perceive us in a certain way, a way that we certainly want them to perceive us as, we need to find ways to give them tools and power to share with their social platforms and their social networks who we are and who they see us to be. Our best brand builder are customers who are happy and loyal to who we really want to be seen as. Let's look at a company based here in Indiana who's done an excellent job creating brand. Kimball Office, an office furniture manufacturer based in Jasper, Indiana, is a great example of a company with a consistent branding and consistent voice. If you go to their YouTube channel, there's a very specific graphics and design. Their messaging, their branding, their logos are consistent. They have lots of content showing real people, real customers interacting with their products. Looking at their Twitter profile, again, consistent coloring, consistent images, consistent branding graphics, but more importantly, real persona, real perception, how they make it easy, how they make it now more than ever an opportunity to create a brand or create an experience using your office space, using their products. Or on Vimeo, how they've got personal one-on-one interviews and conversations with the employees that are doing the work, putting their people behind the scenes. And of course their blog, giving a behind-the-scenes perspective of who they are. Here at Interview with Sam, an opportunity to really meet the people who you interact with day to day, building a true relationship with their customer. And their Facebook page. Notice all the content they're feeding and talking about what other people are doing. And they've integrated, in this case, their Twitter streams to link to their Facebook fan page to help create a consistent voice across all their social platforms. Here's a great example of Kimball talking about their 2010 showroom event up in Chicago, the biggest trade show in their industry. Telling you, hey, make sure you stop by the showroom event, grab your bike, sail your boat, ride a train. They want to see you there. It's all about you, the customer. We want to interact with you. We want to talk with you. And look at the great responses from their customers. Can I work in the showroom? I wouldn't want to leave. I will just put up a cot in my station. I love Chicago. Or, love the showroom this year. If you're attending NeoCon, stopping by Kimball's showroom needs to be at the top of your list. Look at those loyal customers or loyal fans showcasing why they love Kimball and why they want to be there at the big trade show event for the year. Here are 5 must-remember tips that we want to make sure you leverage every time you're in social media, especially in building customer loyalty. 1, you must be authentic. You must be personal. It has to be from the heart, and you have to see that passion coming through. Give people an opportunity to get behind the scenes. When people get to see more about who the organization is than just their products and just their marketing material, they get a real perception of the company and the culture. Remember, individuals build affinity and loyalty with other individuals that share the same passion and the same vision. Let your employees' personality shine through. Avoid corporate speak and create real personality and real charisma. Don't be a press release voice. Be a real person's voice and create that value that people want to build affinity to. Make sure your images and design are consistent and always use your logo. Find ways to integrate your branding, your imaging, your styles into your presences. Don't just use the default templates to these platforms. Find ways to truly personalize it and let it match up with your site and other marketing materials. And remember, tarnishing content takes a long time to correct, so always think before you're posting. If your team is thinking about how to build that affinity, it can't be posting content that in any way might offend or cause consternation with your audiences. You want people to see content and know that's exactly the kind of brand and perception that you are and that they want you to be perceived as. Good luck. If you have additional questions about this topic, please contact me at the information below.